Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today we are looking at 5 things fans want to see in Amazon's new Lord of the Rings TV series. But before I start, I would like to say good writing is obviously very important for the show and shows in general to be successful, but I won't be including that in my top 5 list. And I'd also like to say that I know there are many more things that us fans want to see, and I'll be doing another video in the future as well. But now let's get into today's video. So at number 5, one of the most important things Amazon has to get right and what us fans want to see is them sticking to the lore and stories of Tolkien and the Second Age. The main reference that they could refer to are the appendices at the end of The Return of the King and potentially the unfinished tales. They have quite a lot of source material to refer to, so they shouldn't really need to be making stories up that will be significant and change the course of the show. Of course, they will have to have some little stories or moments that will be seen, because when stories are adapted from book to show, this generally happens to make the show successful. Also, hopefully Amazon will stick to the main themes and beats of the Second Age, like the Forging of the Rings, Downfall of Numenor, etc. Now let's get into number 4. Now, another thing that all fans want to see in the new show is a good soundtrack and music to get us into the mood and feeling of Middle-earth, just like it was in the Lord of the Rings film trilogies. Of course, this also aligns with having a good composer that make the show feel complete. Having great music and themes is important for having a better show and having a feel of Middle-earth. Also, just like in the film trilogies, with places like LOTR and Rivendell that has music that corresponds with different places, which helps with the world building and makes each place unique. They might be able to use the same music from different places from the Lord of the Rings film trilogies, maybe to keep in continuity with the film franchise. At number 3, things that all us fans want is not having too many new characters that will heavily affect the story. I know that is inevitable that we will see some new characters, and that is fine if they resemble the Tolkien type characters and make sense in the story. However, having too many new characters who heavily impact the story may backfire, especially for Tolkien fans, as normal viewers of the show who have not read the books would not really care or wouldn't notice, but we would. Of course, there will be many side characters to be added to flesh out the world and show many different types of people, and that is great, but it's important to not have characters that feel out of place and not feel in the world of Middle-earth. At number 2, another thing all us fans want to see is a show convey the main themes of Tolkien and the Second Age. For example, the greed with Celebrimbor and the Forging of the Rings, environmental impacts of the Numenorian expansion, the theme of time as all events happen over a long period of time, and that's just to name a few. If the show can captivate these and all these other themes of the Second Age created by Tolkien, the story will feel more whole and more resemble what Tolkien would have thought the Second Age would have been like and feel like in Middle-earth. Now let's go on to number 1. Now finally at number 1 is a quite interesting one, which is seeing Anatar in the show, whose spoiler alert is eventually Sauron. Seeing Sauron as Anatar would add another level to his character and make him more three-dimensional. Seeing him deceiving the elves and trying to gain power and rule in the Numenorian court would be terrific. Of course, for us fans, it would be so cool and awesome to see Anatar and this character in many ways. And in many ways, this can make the show more interesting as well. And even for later on, for people who watch The Lord of the Rings, they will see how Sauron was thousands of years ago and adds more context as well. I mean, for even late the latter part of the show, maybe where we see the Battle of the Last Alliance, we can see how far this character of Sauron has gone throughout the years, which would be amazing as well. Thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. I know I have covered a few of the many things us fans want to see in the Amazon show, and I will be making another episode in the future. But in the comments, tell me some things that I've missed out in today's episode. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. But until the next episode, my friends, goodbye.